How's it going, folks? Hope all is well. In this video I'm going to show you how to take apart your Nintendo Switch Joy-Con to fix the joystick. That kind of sounds weird when you're saying it like that. So if you have a Switch and you're experiencing a problem where the joystick, as soon as you let go, your character begins wandering off, well, fear no more, as we'll be showing you how to fix this issue in this video. So if you're out of warranty, or you don't want to have your system shipped out for Nintendo to repair, or maybe you're in the same boat like me where you did the shell mod to your Nintendo Switch and don't want to go through a long process and reversing the entire process and trying to fool Nintendo to then later on finding out that they found out that your system has been tampered with and that your warranty has been void. Then you're in luck, as I'm going to show you on what you need and where to get these parts in order to perform this repair. So I honestly don't know what these kids did, but just recently, about a week now, my joystick has been giving me issues, and this definitely ruined my gameplay experience. And I don't know about you, I don't want to spend $30 to buy a single Joy-Con stick when I could do this repair for roughly around $6. You can find these joystick replacements for pretty cheap on eBay, and that's exactly what I did for this video. Oh, and for those curious on if they should perform the shell mod to their Nintendo Switch, you can click the little iCard right there, as I cover pretty much the entire process of what I faced when doing this mod for my Nintendo Switch. Now let's finally proceed and repair our Nintendo Switch. Yay! So even though we'll be performing this repair on the left controller, you can still follow this repair to the right Joy-Con, since they share a very similar layout design, minus the antenna you'll need to disconnect. But this is just a simple pull out in order to remove. So before starting any repairs, always make sure you have all the appropriate tools. You can either pick one of these repair kits up if you don't already have one. They always come included with all the necessary tools you need to do any kind of electronic repairs. I'll have a link to this one as well as a few other ones in the video description down below. But the tools you'll definitely want to have available on hand is one small Phillips screwdriver and a Y0 tri-bit screw head. So before performing any teardown, I like to personally always place like a towel or even a t-shirt would work underneath our Joy-Con to help organize our screws and prevent any damage or screws from rolling off the table of our workstation. So there's a total of 4 screws on each corner of the Joy-Con. Simply use the Y0 screw head and slowly rotate them and remove the screw heads. I say slowly because they're actually easy to damage and you don't want to dull these screws up. Now once all 4 screws are out, simply just wiggle the controller or use the trim removal tool, even a credit card could work, to work your way around the edges and slowly release the back plate. And once the back plate's released, just put it aside. Don't pull out too hard because there is ribbons connected to it. You don't want to rip these off. Now since my Joy-Con shell has already been modded, chances are if this is your first time taking your Joy-Con apart, the battery is going to be held together with adhesive tape of some sort. So simply use like either a flathead or a credit card and just gently pull and separate the battery from the back plate like so, and just put it aside. And don't worry about disconnecting the battery since we're not going to be taking apart the entire board. Now for this next one, we're going to have to switch to our Phillips head and remove a total of 5 screws on the back plate of this. And then while using the t-shirt or towel, just simply order them alongside next to the Joy-Con. And at this point, just simply lift off the middle plate, just move it on alongside. Be careful with the ribbon, don't pull anything. Then once placed aside, just pop off the little left bumper, take that out of the place, and now we're gonna remove the 3 top screws that we see on top of the joystick. We need to remove these in order for the ribbon to be out of our way and enabling us to unscrew the joystick screw. So gently take those out and just pull back like so. Now the 2 screws connected to the joystick are now fully exposed. Now we can begin removing the ribbon that is connected to the logic board. From here, what I like to do is use either a flathead or some small tweezers and just pull up the little plastic clip like so, and that'll release the cable ribbon. And then you can use tweezers or something to just gently release and it'll pull right out. Now it's difficult for me to perform this while holding the camera, but as long as the latch is pulled up, you can simply just pull the ribbon straight out using either tweezers or your hand. So now once you successfully remove the ribbon, you can then begin unscrewing the joysticks. Take off the 2 screws and then grab the joystick and just simply pull out carefully. There's going to be a dust shield wrapped around it, but it's easy to be undone. And just like that,
we can now swap it out with our new one. Now when repeating the process, it's best to reattach the cable ribbon to the board using tweezers to help guide it in place. Off the new joystick, of course. Once connected and properly secure, you can then pretty much just repeat the entire process. Just with the dust shield, you want to use tweezers to help guide it in place as well. Just make sure to hand tighten everything. Don't over tighten because you could crack something and you don't want to do that. And take your time, don't need to rush anything. Don't force anything in if it doesn't seem to be fitting in well. And that's everything you really need to know, and just reinstall all the buttons, all the screws back into their proper space. Then before we place back the final plate, what I like to do is power up the switch and pre-test all the buttons, making sure everything was responding like it should. In my case, I saved myself some time needing to having to take the entire thing back apart because the joystick cable wasn't fully connected. So I had to reconnect that, but once that was done, all the buttons checked out and I just simply replaced everything back to its place. And the job was done. Joystick is now fixed and everything worked out perfectly.
Well, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm excited for Deadpool 2. Totally random, I know. If you're watching this in the future, smash that like button if you enjoyed that movie. Now, if you found this video very informative, useful, don't forget to smash that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel if you're not. And as always, hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace.